never miss a spike again. Now, this strategy I'm going to show you today is mind-blowing, okay? This is a strategy that you can use to catch every spike. I mean, every spike, okay? Just follow the rules and the guide I'm going to give to you. Now, we have just one indicator that's going to show us the right time to catch spike. Okay, now you can see currently on our chart we have the indicator at the oversold level, right? Can you see that? So we have it right here at level 10 at the oversold level. Can you see the spike? It's currently spiking, right? So whenever this indicator touches level 10, which is the oversold level, is gonna start spiking up, and this is a very accurate indicator. I'm going to show you the setting. Just hold on and listen to what you're supposed to do. So you wait until the indicator is touching the level 10. Okay, once it touches the level 10, you wait for a spike to occur like we usually do, right? Okay, so when you see the indicator on level 10, if you want to catch spike on 1 minute time frame, you have to head over to the 5 minutes time frame and the 15 minutes time frame to check if that level at which the indicator is touching level 10, if it is a resistance or a support zone, if there was previously a resistance zone. So this is the 1 minute time frame. So you have to head, if you want to catch spike on the 1 minute time frame, you have to check the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes. Okay, so let's go over to 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so right at the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that there is a support zone close by. Can you see that? There's a support zone close by. Can you see that? So boom and crash often respects the support zone and the resistance zone, previous support zone and previous resistance zone. Okay, so whenever price is approaching a support zone or a resistance zone, you should expect what? A turn. You should expect a turn, a reaction. It should, retrace a bit. Okay, it will definitely retrace a bit. So that is what happens when price approaches support or resistance zone on boom and crash. Okay, now on the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that there is a support zone close by. So when you see that there is a support zone or a resistance zone close by, and the indicator is also at the oversold level, then that is a sure signal that spike is gonna come in, and that is exactly what happened. This is the 15 minutes time frame, and you can see a support zone close by, and when price approached that level, remember that it must not be, when they say zone, it's called zone. Okay, it's a zone, meaning it should be a range, not just a specific height. I don't know if you understand. So your support zone, can you see that? If I should draw it, can you see that? So it's also reversed at that very zone. So a zone there should be flexibility, there should be distance. Okay, not that is a particular level that if it actually gets to that level, that's the point it's going to change. No, it's not going to change at a particular spot, but a zone, an area. Okay, so that is what happened. So when price approached that support zone and the indicator also touched level 10 at that zone, you can see that price started reversing, it started retracing, and spike is currently occurring. So if we step down to the 5 minutes time frame, same thing is currently happening. Can you see that? Okay, can you see that? Price also reached the oversold level, and it has started spiking up. Okay, so this indicator is very, very effective, especially in the higher time frame. Okay, especially if you're in a higher time frame. If you want to use it from 5 minutes upwards. Okay, this is the same indicator I used to take this trade from the 4 hours time frame. Can you see that? This trade was taken from the 4 hours time frame, and it is the same analysis I used. Can you see that? It's currently, you see, when the price touched the oversold level, I waited for spike to occur for me to be sure that price is actually changing, and then that is when I took the trade, and I started making profit. Okay, so you can use this on a higher time frame and make massive profits, guys. You're going to make massive profit. Okay, if you have a large capital to trade, but if you don't, you can start with the lower time frame. Okay, and you are going to achieve the same accurate result. Can you see that? So whenever this indicator touches the oversold level, check if there is a support or a resistance zone, okay, nearby on the higher time frame. Check if there is a support or a resistance zone, then wait for the first spike to occur, and then you can hop into the trade, okay, and make massive profit. Okay, so this indicator can also be used for scalping. If you scroll back, you can see that it is very, very perfect in timing for scalping. Okay, you can get accurate entry using this strategy. Can you see that? It will give you that this is when you are supposed to scalp. Now, if you want to scalp, you have to wait for the price to reach a resistance zone. Okay, to reach a resistance zone, which is the overbought level. So once it reached the overbought level, wait for it to start retracing a bit. So when it retraces, we check to see that there is presence of reversal candlesticks. Okay, you check to see that there is rejection. How do you detect rejection? By checking the wicks. When I zoom into this place now, you can see that this green candlestick, this bullish candlestick right here, can you see the rejection? Okay, there is rejection. So that tells us that sellers are pushing price down, and at the same time, I have my indicator at the overbought level. So what do I have to do next? Is to hop in and make massive profit scalping. Okay, so that is that for this strategy. It's very easy. I don't want to take your time. I'm just going to go ahead and show you the setup of the indicator. So let's head over to our indicator window. Okay, so we have just one indicator, which is the commodity channel index. Okay, and the other one is just to mark out our level, which is your relative strength index, and that is just going to show us the overbought level and the oversold level. Okay, but the main indicator that is showing us the signal is the commodity channel index. Okay, so let's check out the setup of our RSI. Okay, so on the RSI we have period 14 apply to close. So the levels are level 90 and level 10. Okay, so you just change the color of the style to be the same with your background, and thereafter you click on save. So the commodity channel index, the setting is period 600. Okay, very, very important. Okay, period 600. There's nothing much to set here, just the period. So period 600, apply to typical price. Okay, take note of that. Apply to typical price. Then the level, there are no levels. Okay, then the style, you can choose any color of your choice and make the line to be thick, so you can see the level at which yours can be here. It might not be showing very well, so if you want it to be very obvious, okay, make it to be thick at this third one. Okay, so after that, that's just a setting, very, very easy. So after that, you click on save. Now if you want additional direction on your main chart, you can decide to add your simple moving average, right? You can decide to add, let's add the moving average, okay, to tell you when the moving average crosses over below the chart or above the chart, you know that you're supposed to what? Hop into a trade. So I've added the moving average to the main chart, is period 10. So let's go over to see how it looks like. Now you can see that now. Can you see that? Can you see the moving average I added to the main chart, this red line here? Okay, so if you want additional confirmation, you wait for the moving average to change from being below the price to going above the price when you want to scalp. Okay, but if you want to catch spike, you have to wait for the period at which the moving average has changed from being above the price towards going below the price. And can you see that? So that is a sure confirmation that you have to take an entry. You have to get into the market and make some massive profit. So that is how to use the strategy. So if you got value from this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment on the comment section, and share to your friends who need profitable strategies to trade. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way again, trade smart and be profitable. Bye.